Welcome back to the Preppy and Pout podcast. This is episode 12. We're going to be doing a little Preppy and Pout debate along with some traditions. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jason. And this is the Preppy and Pout podcast. All right, so episode 12. Right.
Yeah.
You sent me some pictures of some debate style type questions, right? And there was two different things we were going to talk about today, and I felt like the debate one was going to be a little more fun.
Okay.
So we're going to kick it off. And we're going to go back and forth.
Okay.
Right. And we'll elaborate on the questions. So each person's asking a question, and then we're both chiming in on what our answer, or just going back and forth, having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Basically.
So I looked up, and I haven't read through all of them, but on AI and asking like, what are like some debate questions that couples might have with each other, or like traditions, because some of the feedback we got from our last video, outside of what we did through Aunt Tony, was my mom had like what are your traditions, like bank account? Do you guys pray to, like, what are some family traditions that you guys have? I'm like, well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So kind of just in like a debate style.
Oh yeah, and I feel like every time we do these type, we learn something more about each other. You can never know everything about your spouse, so I'm excited. So all right, so let's get it. What's the first one? What you got for me?
So the first one is like the debate style one. So it says everyday habits for couples. Should couples go to bed at the same time, or is it fine to have separate sleep schedules?
So I'll answer what I think first. I think it's okay to have separate sleep schedules depending on your work schedule.
Yeah.
So if there's nothing going on, if one of us is not at work or on a business call or something like that, and you just walk upstairs and just go to bed while I'm downstairs watching TV, like I'm like, oh boy. Good night. What did I do? You know what I mean? So, and I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like it'd be vice versa. It'd be the same thing. So, but what's your thoughts on that?
I agree. Even if our work schedules don't completely line up, we're always in the house a few hours before bed together, and we kind of shut down the house downstairs, make sure the doors are locked, alarm set, and then we walk upstairs together and go to bed. Sometimes I might scroll for a little bit, or you might, and we get in bed together and usually don't fall asleep at the exact same time, but we're at least in bed together.
Right.
So I think if we're home within a few hours of bedtime, we should go lay down together.
I'm with you.
But there are times, obviously, like when you used to get call outs and you would have to leave, I was going to bed by myself. But if we're in the house a few hours together before bed, we should be at least laying in bed together.
I agree. All right, so let me pick one of the ones that you sent me, see what we got here. I'll just start on the one that says number 1 here. The man proposing versus women proposing, or mutual decisions. I'll let you go first on that one.
Okay, so that's more like the traditional side of things. I do believe that men should propose to women if that's the consensus of the relationship. If it's a man and woman getting engaged, that the man should. I think it's just kind of like a little courtship.
Yes.
That makes a woman feel good.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not like hard pressed. Like, absolutely not, a woman shouldn't propose.
Yeah.
I do see that more common now, but for me, I feel like I would want to be courted and the man to propose.
I can agree with us keeping it traditional, right? No, I'm not hard set on how it should be, but yeah, I probably would have not known how to handle the situation. Would have got down on. I'm like, yo, what's going on right now? Just relax, like calm down.
What are you doing?
Yeah. And it's funny that this is the number one, because me and Pops was talking this week, and he's like, we don't even do it right. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, son, when you get down on one knee, the person you're proposing to is supposed to sit on your leg. And I was like, get the freak out of here. No, I was like, no, we're not doing that. I got bad knees as it is.
I've never heard of that or seen that.
I didn't even research it. I didn't Google check that. I didn't fact check it, anything, but that's what Pop said. But yeah, no, I'm with you on that, keeping it traditional for sure.
That's funny. Okay, this one might be a little controversial in the world.
I'm about to learn something right now. What you got?
Is it better to share all your passwords, your phone, social media, etc., or keep some digital privacy?
Have it. I don't care. You can have all of it.
I think we share like we know the passcodes for each other's phone, but I think, and this can kind of be twofold.
Okay.
I feel like this is how we do our finances and our bank accounts.
Wait, hold on. Whoa. We're talking about social media.
Well, I know, but I want to tie two in one thing.
Oh,
so,
okay. I was going to say, where did the bank come in? Go ahead.
like the bank accounts, we have our own bank account that we share, that we pay bills. We have our savings account, but then we each have our own personal account.
Yes.
And I think, and like you have an account like with another bank or card. So that's just your purchases. And then I have one for my purchases.
Correct.
So I like to keep those separate because that's our own money that we like to buy things with. If we have to buy something for each other, we don't have full access.
I got you.
Like the social media and stuff, that doesn't
I
bother
thought
me.
you meant like phones and social media accounts and
but
stuff.
I wanted to like tie a little of those together
Okay,
because
you
some people
scared me
keep
there.
their money. Even as married, I know married couples who they don't even know what bank like their spouse has, and it's just they keep everything separate. So I'm okay with passwords for social media and phones and all that, but I do think that it's important for your own independence to have your own money.
Yes, I agree with
your
that.
spouse
I
doesn't
agree
know.
with that. It's funny because a guy I work with told me a long time ago. He's like, listen, he's like, I always have my own accounts. He's like, we used to have joint accounts, and I work. My wife stays at home. I asked her for some money. She's like, well, what do you need this money for? He was like, that's the last time I'm asking you for anything. And that was probably 35 years ago. He's like, we will never share an account again. So
I think it's important.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
some
yeah.
people, it may work for them to have full access and like
sure. Yeah,
don't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
But that's I tell my
But you still have access to my. You can still get into my account
I'm
if you
sure
need
I
money.
could if I needed
well,
to. But
yeah.
I don't because I feel like I don't want you digging in my finances.
I can't even see your. All right, so number 2, man paying for the first date. I can't remember our actual first date,
Me
but
would hope-
I could see why I should pay for the very first date. 100%. That's still kind of in line with the man proposing
the
thing.
courtship.
Yeah. If we go out on our very first date and we're all dressed up and I'm like, yo, 2 checks. I feel like you'd be like, oh wow, this is what I'm getting myself into here, and that's not even setting any expectations for later on that night. That's just, you know what I mean? This is just showing you that I got you.
I see that topic a lot because I guess I don't know. I've never done like online dating, but I see
not.
like the controversial topic around that is like women who like
Careful.
I don't know how to say, like,
offend
they
some people.
do this, like, repetitively, like, go on dates for people to get their free meals. Like, every night can be like, Joe, Bob, Jim, Dave.
Yeah, that's wild.
To get food.
No.
So,
You're a
okay.
serial dater.
Yeah,
No.
serial
Careful.
dinner getter.
Yeah. But I think that's different.
Yeah.
I think that's different,
Yeah.
right? That's not me, right? Not serial dating. Like, I know this is the person that I want to be with. And I think that's part of leading up to that first date. Like, yeah, I got you.
What
You know
if
what I mean?
I
But if it's
asked
like,
you on the first date and I'm like, I'll pay? Would you let me pay?
no, relax.
Yeah, you would.
No, hold on. Don't
You'd
do
be like,
that.
oh, okay.
Nah, don't do that.
More money in my pocket.
No. Yeah, you get the next one. I got this one.
Okay.
Yeah. You get the
That's
next
fair.
one. That lets me know that we definitely got a second date.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, way to lock it in.
But yeah, but if it's somebody, to your point, a gentleman going on serial dates, then yeah, 2 checks, because there's a reason why he's going on serial dates. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm just keeping it traditional with this one.
That's a good one. Who should be in charge of managing the household budget?
The what? Oh,
The household budget. One person or both?
all right. So for me,
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's see if your answer matches how we do things.
hold up.
Go.
That's not how this goes.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think when it comes down to it, for me, I think you're a lot more budget conscious than I am. Obviously, with the car and all the other things that I do outside of just taking care of the household. I want to just give me a set number. Let me know what number that is we need for the joint account, and then I know the rest is for me, right? And even if I can throw a couple, I will. But yeah, I think it's better when you're taking care of all the finance. And if you need help with it, we can always talk about, me taking on additional duties with it. But for the most part, yeah, if something happened, they're like, yo, you got to pay the water bill. I'd be like,
You wouldn't even know where to start.
let me call Sanford.
What building do
The
I
city
go
of
pay?
Sanford. Hey, this Jason Johnson. I don't know my account number. I got my social for you. So, but yeah, but there's some things like my truck payment. I pay that. You don't
Yeah.
take care of that. My
Like
credit
your-
cards. I pay my
Yep.
credit cards type of thing. So
Yeah.
household is the stuff that we split together.
I think it works, and I think it's, but we had to learn what works
Yes.
through some trial and error, because finances, whether you're married or living together, whenever you combine two people's finances and bills and households, there's no way to do it without like a plan or conversation.
Yeah,
If you just go by the whim and like, you pay the mortgage one month, I pay it the next month. Like, there's always going to be like,
There's gonna be a gap.
there's going to be a
You're gonna
gap.
come home and hit the light switch like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
So
I
we
didn't-
went through some trial and error figuring out what works, but even though we've been doing this for close to a decade, we still regularly will meet and be
Yes.
like, okay, hey, let's
need to
regroup.
check and adjust.
Insurance went up, or this happened, that happened.
Insurance
Just
stays going up. I
my
still don't
God.
understand
I don't
why,
either.
why
I
that's
figured
going
that
on.
we're
Car
so
insurance is
old
wild.
with no accidents that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to
It
get older.
stays going
Yeah.
up.
But I think it works, and I think it's important for couples to know, like, there's no way to just not talk about your finances. Even
agree.
like I said with the bank accounts, I put money in, you put money in, and we only pay bills out of that account.
Right.
But it's like, if we get swipe happy and we start using that account, it's like, hey there, like that's the bills account, not the car account. So I think it's good to have that conversation and identify like who's going to handle what.
Yeah, and I think that what makes that conversation just as important is like when I get a bonus or a big storm check, then I'm like, yo, here's a couple thousand for you, here's some money. So all of that just comes into communication that
Yeah.
plays a big piece to it.
Agreed.
I can't wait to talk about this one here.
Goodness.
And I'm gonna let you answer it first before I give my answer. But bride's family paying for the wedding. Go ahead.
That's
I'm not even. I'm looking at the camera while you answer this one.
to
Go
me,
ahead.
that's like a fairy tale tradition. I don't know any of, maybe I have a friend, I think her dad did help pay for the wedding. But other than that, like, I don't,
We have 3 girls.
yeah, we have 3 daughters, and like my side of the family, my mom helped pay for like some things, like whether it was like the flower arrangements or like, a little thing, but I would never expect to pay the entire thing of the wedding. Like,
No.
You got to show some drive. If
No,
it's a
heaven,
wedding you
no.
want,
No,
yeah,
we're
no.
not
I
doing
would
that.
cover one thing, whether it's like the dress or the flower
pick
arrangements
your
or
poison.
help with honeymoon. Like, I would do a little above and beyond a normal wedding gift, as if I was going to a wedding if it was my kid, but
Right.
I would not pay for the whole thing.
No, we're not. But to flip that around, like when our son gets married, I don't expect whoever
No.
he's marrying family to pay for the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, we've kept it pretty traditional for most of these questions, but I feel like that's one of the ones where I'm like, we're not. We could work something out, but don't. Don't be like, oh, well, I want to get married at the Ritz, and I want to, hey,
Yeah.
I got some china for you. Where do you want me to send this stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I couldn't
yeah.
see covering the whole entire bill.
Got 3 girls. No, next question.
We paid for ours. Like,
Listen,
we didn't even put it on
if
credit.
you love this
like,
person, y'all will figure out
Yeah,
how
we
to make your
figured it
wedding
out.
work.
okay, this is gonna go over like lifestyle and boundaries. Oh, this is a good one. Should couples always live together before marriage or wait until after?
You gotta live together before you get married.
Yeah, I agree, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we're
There's
not.
some. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
you're
off.
good. Go ahead.
There's some things you got to do before marriage, and living together is definitely one of them. Because for me, it's
No, I agree. Yeah, you never know people's habits. Imagine like.
yeah, okay, but no, that's real. Because if you don't, now you married, and As soon as y'all sleep together, this person snores like an elephant, and you're like, "What in the world's going on?" You know what I mean? Like you had no chance to ease into that, get used to it, get a CPAP machine. You didn't get a chance to do it. You just dove right into it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely some things that you got to do. You know, their feet might stink. You know what I
Ew,
mean?
that's
Like
so
there's just things that you won't know until you
I
actually
agree.
coexist with this person. You know
I
what I mean?
agree. And I think we're not super religious. I mean, I do believe, like, I understand where the thought is, and growing up I always was like, oh, you have to be married before you move in. But I think if your heart's in the right place and you pray to the God that you pray to, like, that's a hard one. I just couldn't physically or mentally imagine dating someone, marrying them, and then that being the first time that we live together. Like, if you never talk about finances with that, like, who's going to do what around the house? How do you know this person is like, I'm just going to sleep here and that's all I do? You just never know.
Yeah.
I feel like in order for it to be successful and work, like, there's some things you have to do before
I agree.
you get married and move in.
We're not going to list all of them. So I like this one. This is actually a good one. Taking the husband's last name after marriage.
That is a good one. I think so. I do think so, because I think that shows like a covenant between a man and a wife, a man and a woman coming together as one. But I do think there can be caveats, and ours, I feel like, was super respected. So my dad passed away and my brother was adopted. So I was the only child carrying his last name. And I was understanding that I want my husband's last name, but I didn't want to lose that piece of my dad either.
Right.
So I wanted to keep his last name as well as yours. So I did that for my social. When you get married, you change like different, what's your driver's license, social security, all that.
Different documents.
So I kept my social, my maiden, and my married name, but then everything else is just my married name. But I wanted to keep that little piece of my dad.
Yeah, and I'm not that egotistic. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that you gonna. You know what I mean? I feel like there's, to your point, it depends on the situation, right?
Yeah.
There's obviously celebrities who built their name that has stand for something. You know what I mean? So they may not want to even hyphenate. They may just want to keep their first and last name because they built it and that's what they're known by.
Yeah.
So to hyphenate, your dad's last name and then adding Johnson, and I have absolutely no problem. Now, if you have been married before and then you was hyphenating your ex-husband, then I'd be like, yo, what are we doing
That's
here?
weird. People do that.
I'm just saying, if it was me, I'd be like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I completely understand where you're coming from, and there's no reason for me to even argue or say anything about that. I support that 100%.
Agree. These are little.
Come on with it.
Should your partner come before your family or family before partner?
So if we're speaking the way it should be, biblically, your spouse comes first,
Yeah.
right? Now, if we're talking family, we're not talking children or anything, but still, your spouse comes first. Your household comes first. That's the reason why you leave your parents' house, you leave the nest, and you build your own family, an extension of your family. Your family should also respect that as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think
what I
if
mean?
it's,
It's a mutual understanding, 100%. But it's not in a rude way.
No.
It's just more of, brother calls in the middle of the night, needs a ride type of thing. Yeah, I'm going to go pick him up and get him where he needs to go. You and I got something planned, and it's like, yo, we hitting the pool hall. Nah, bro, I'm not. I'm gonna have to holler at y'all. When next time y'all going? You know what I mean? And there's different layers to it.
I agree.
But there's a reason why you build a household, you build a foundation under your roof. You have to take care of that foundation and that roof first.
Agree.
But your brother called, depending on what he's got going on, the wife should understand, hey, I'm going to go get bro. He's got this going on.
Yeah.
Okay, see you tonight. See you later. I'm going to bed. Whatever, depending what time it is. So what's your thoughts on that?
Agree. I think so too, biblically, like the spouse. And I saw something, and I don't know if I'm reciting it exactly right, but it's like you choose your spouse. Your family is there. So going to what you say, like your family should respect it. Now, there's times or situations where maybe that spouse is not a good person and the family doesn't approve of that spouse or how they're being to you. So that could be a weighing factor too. Like, why are
Yes,
you putting this
that's a great
person
point.
who doesn't treat you great above
That's a great
us?
point.
So I think it depends, but just generally speaking, I feel like the spouse is first and then the family. But if there's that level of respect, like you said, and it's not alienating your family for that person, then that's how it should be.
Spouse and children.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Well, I like this one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I like this one. Men opening doors and pulling chairs out. Chivalry versus equality.
Oh, that's a good one. They always say chivalry is not dead or chivalry is dead.
Yeah.
But
I'll never talk about equality though. You open my door.
You don't let me. If I even try to grab it, like today, I came home with the groceries
just
and I
relax.
was trying to help you get bags
just
because
calm
you're like
down.
an 8-trip type of person.
Don't do that.
I'm a one trip.
That's not none of the subjects we were going to talk about.
But I try to help get bags and like you'll slap my hands. So
Damn right.
So you would not allow me to do that anyways. But I would say over the past few years, you've really made it a point to like open the doors. Or even if I try to open my door, you're like, don't open that door.
Yeah,
And you
bro.
come
Like
open my door.
if we're going somewhere, you just hop in the car. Like, oh, okay. I'm sorry. Are we over independent today? Like, okay, I see what's going on. So you have to allow me to do it as well. But I think. Were you done? I'm sorry. I don't want to just completely take over
I'm
if you
done.
weren't. You were done.
Yes.
For
go
me,
ahead.
but I feel like
equality.
well, the equality piece that's just different. But I feel like you have to allow me to do it too. For me, to your point, I agree. I think in the past couple of years, I really kicked that up. I think when we started our date nights, right? I think all that kind of played a piece into it, right? To feel like we're still dating, there's still courtship going on. And I think that's the main thing about it that I like and why I continue to do it. But, you know, I don't know about the equality part. I feel like I'd be weird. You got out the car, walked around, and opened my door.
And wait, yeah.
Yeah, nah, that'd be kind of weird. But when I open door for other people and they don't say thank you, that's a whole different
Yeah, I don't like that.
pout. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
that's
like
just,
that.
That's just different.
Or like,
feel.
I hold the door and you just walk right out, a complete
Right.
stranger, and just
Like you want to grab them by the back of their neck and pull
Yeah.
them out and then walk in.
Sorry,
like,
queen.
But
Here
yeah,
for you.
I think I do enjoy doing that for you. So, all right, what you got?
Agree. Sometimes though, in the Florida heat, it's like, okay, if you're not
You in
gonna,
the car sweating.
yeah,
Okay, so you want me to go and start the car, turn the AC on, then come back around, open your door, let you in the car, then go back around and get in the
it's
car
just
and
sometimes
drive.
like put a little pep in the step.
Yeah. Oh,
So I don't
okay.
sweat.
So you want me to do like the valet driver and just be running around the parking lot?
No,
I got you.
Oh,
Yeah, equality.
Just
Do my door
kidding.
then. That's what
I
you
got
want.
it. I got you next time. Okay, so these are like fun ones.
Okay.
So, this is a good one for road trips. Who should drive?
Who should drive or who does drive?
Who should drive?
Who should drive? We
Yeah.
should split that stuff in half.
To be fair, I have driven before.
You have. I said in half.
I don't, not in half. Maybe like a 80-20.
No, being 100% transparent though, I enjoy driving,
Yeah.
and then when it comes to long distance driving, because of storms I've been on, and when we go to races and things like that, I can get a big chunk of the driving done. So give me if we got a 10-hour trip, I'll probably knock out 8 and then just be like, here you go, take it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Or if we're towing the car, I got it. I
Yeah.
got the whole. Don't even worry about it. I don't care if it's 16 hours. I got you.
I think the longest I drove home by myself was from South Carolina. All by myself.
Oh, because we had to put the Mustang on a trailer and pull it with a U-Haul.
Yeah.
You drove the Tahoe by
All
yourself.
by myself the
You
whole
did.
time.
You did. That was, it was a special case, but yes, you did. You go, girl. We just wasn't in the same car. I don't like that one. I'm gonna skip that one. That one's whack.
Okay, I'm gonna go while you look.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Is arguing sometimes healthy, or should couples strive to avoid conflict at all costs?
Say that one more. Is what?
Is arguing sometimes healthy, or should couples strive to avoid conflict at all costs?
So I think argument and conflict is two different things. You can resolve a conflict without actually arguing. Because when I think of arguing, I think of elevated voices,
Back and forth.
no hearing going on, like over emotional. Where I feel like we can resolve a conflict and get to a point of compromise and understanding without having to actually argue.
Yeah, I think that's the mature side, but I think I don't even know of anyone who has been married for years on years to say that they never had an argument. So I don't think that arguing is healthy, but I do think I would like to know how somebody argues. Like, you need to know their style of argument. I don't know.
What's my style of argument?
Well, I mean, that's funny. Don't want to talk about that, but
Hold on.
if I had to say your style of argument,
Careful.
it's very defensive.
That
Like you said, there's no listening.
there's none.
Yeah, so that your style is very it's very defensive.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Turning colors over
you
there.
need to know that. I think it's important to know like the style of your spouse on how they argue. But I do think there has to be some type of conflict that you're able to talk through with your spouse, because it's impossible to get, even Jesus had conflict. Like, it's impossible to go through life without conflict.
Right.
And if you don't talk about it with your spouse, one, you're either bottling it all in, which is not healthy, or you're saying it only to other people, which is also not healthy if the person you're living with doesn't know what's going on with you as well.
Yeah, I'm with you.
What's my style? I said yours, so tell me what.
No, I would say the only thing is like you just said bottling it up. That was a lot of what you would do, because it would get to the point where rather than just having it out and airing everything out, you'd wait till I'm in bed laying down and I'm rolled over, and in your head you're like, oh, he's over here peaceful. And another thing, and it's like, okay, all right, let's just get it out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that's when it bottles up, it just stews and stirs
it's very
and it heats
unhealthy.
up, right? So now you're starting at 11 o'clock at night and you're just worn out.
It's a long night.
It's been a long time since we even had to worry about that, though.
Yeah.
All right, so wife as homemaker or husband as provider expectations. I got you. Yeah, we got 3 minutes.
Wait, say it again.
Go. Yeah, I'll say it many times you need. Wife as homemaker or husband as provider expectations. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We both provide.
Huh?
We both work and provide. I've never been a homemaker.
Homemaker. You know what it is. I'm trying to act like you don't know
Homemaker?
you know what it is.
Well, I didn't know if it said housewife or homemaker.
No, it's nothing about housewife.
But I will tell you, I've always worked since I was 14. I got my first job. And ever since then, I've never not had a job. When I had my first daughter, I did stay home for 9 months, but it just wasn't for me.
Yeah,
like I like to provide, I like to contribute. And I feel like that's one of my contributions to the marriage. But I do think it did give me a huge appreciation, because when you've worked for so long and you hear of people who are housewives or homemakers, it's like, oh my God, like, what are you doing all day?
Right.
But it was some of my stressful times, because I had a baby at my hip that I was breastfeeding nonstop.
Right.
So it's like, I
She's
was
6 feet tall now.
I was more stressed out then than I was going to work, because
Right.
it's like, for me, I'm like, if I'm home, I have to be like ultra productive. Like, I'm doing baseboards. I'm like doing everything under the sun to be like this. I'm doing a job at home.
Right.
But I think I sent you something yesterday or the day before. Like, I am getting into the softer point in my life as I get older, where it's like, maybe I could dabble in being a homemaker again.
Oh, really? How you know I want to try?
Hey, I know a house husband.
Who?
I know. We know a house husband. Yeah.
We know a house husband?
Yeah, he does all the things. The kids to practice, the house, the dogs, everything.
Oh, okay. Well, praise be to him.
But no, I think it depends on the person. It's hard to say, like, it has
Yeah,
to be
because
this
if you
way.
at work all day and I'm playing PS5 for 6 hours and I start cleaning that last hour before you get home, you might feel some type of way.
I will, yeah.
But as the man being the provider, though, does it matter who has a higher salary and is labeled the provider? Like if you was making double my salary, like I probably wouldn't go to work. I'd be like, yo, I'm just gonna chill out here.
No, you would go to work. You could.
Bro, you bringing $300K?
It doesn't matter. You would go to work.
I don't know.
No, yeah, I do know.
You said softer life. I'll clean up around here and
I
vacuum
want the
these floors.
softer life. I don't want you to have the softer life.
That
But
equality, remember?
I don't think it matters who makes more.
You just said it did.
If you're home and not working, you don't make anything. So I would want us to share, in it. I would want us to share. Thanks for tuning in to our Johnson debates and some traditions that are a must and a must not for us.
Every episode, we learn something new about each other. But don't forget, every Friday, we post at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on all platforms.